This is actually an executive order designating the cartels and other organizations to be foreign terrorist organizations.
That's a big one.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, he going at him.
People have wanted to do this for years. So they are now designated as terrorist organizations, foreign. And Mexico probably doesn't want that. But we have to do what's right. They're killing our people. They're killing 250, 300,000 American people a year. Not 100, like has been reported for 15 years. It's probably 300,000.
This is an executive.
Mexico doesn't want that. How are you going to deal with this?
I don't know. You'll have to ask them.
Sir, this is an executive order entitled Protecting the American People Against Invasion, which again deals with the southern border and the unprecedented admission of illegal aliens across the southern border.
Trump not playing, bruh. He not playing. It's day one. He's getting it all out the way.
What do you see the biggest national security threat to the U.S., Mr. President? What's going to be your priority on foreign policy?
Say?
What's going to be your priority on foreign policy? What do you see as the biggest
Well,
national
foreign
security
policy is a
threat?
big statement. I mean, my priority on foreign policy is going to be to keep America safe. Very simple.
Sir, this is a proclamation declaring a national emergency at the southern border of the United States.
That's a big one. A lot of big ones, huh? You know what that means, right?
President Trump, did President Biden leave you a letter?
He may have. Wait. Don't they leave it in the desk? I don't know. Oh,
What's in there?
thank you, Peter. It could have been years before we found this. Wow. Thank you.
Can you read that on the outside?
Maybe we should all read it together.
Let's read it.
Well, maybe I'll read it first and then make that determination.
Yeah, read it
Peter,
first.
Thank you very much. I may not have seen this for months.
Happy to help with the passing of the torch.
I did. I left him one in the desk just like this.
What are you talking about?
That was the letter that Biden left him. That's something that they do as a tradition. As a tradition, they try to, leave one another a letter, letting them know, just, I guess, being encouraging, probably talking sugar, honey, iced tea. They probably know that they're going to read it in front of everybody, so they're not going to say anything that can be detrimental to them. But it's just like a passing of the torch, and it's the nice thing to do. It's the cordial thing to do.
This is an executive order taking a large number of executive actions to secure our southern border.
Okay. Sounds reasonable.
We're going to get our material back that they try to sell.
But we stand with NATO at this moment. Are you planning to leave your NATO allies?
No, NATO has to pay more money. NATO has to pay 5%. We are, we're in the Ukraine war by $200 billion more than NATO. It's ridiculous.
Jesus.
It affects them a lot more. We have an ocean in between. And we've spent $200 billion more on Ukraine than NATO has spent. And they've got to equalize.
Goodness gracious.
She about, you talk to Xi about the Ukraine war.
Yeah.
Because China and Brazil together has a proposal to bring Russia and Ukraine to talk.
That's good. That's fine. I'm ready.
When are you going
That's
to talk with the Brazilian
How
president?
did Brazil get involved?
Brazil's
This
involved.
is a new one.
When are you going to talk to Lula?
Are you from
I'm
Brazil?
from Brazil.
Ah.
When are you
You're
talking?
involved, are you?
When are you-
You see how he called her out? He's like, when did Brazil get involved? How you going to include Brazil? Are you from Brazil? This dude got the gift of gab, man. He just talking to her like she just some honey in the club or something at the bar. Like, okay, you from Brazil? Oh, nice to meet you. I didn't know you was from Brazil. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
When are you going to talk with the Brazilian president? How do you see your relationship with Latin America and Brazil?
Great. Should be great. They need us much more than we need them. We don't need them. They need
That's
us.
right.
Everybody needs us.
That's right. How does he do this for so long? Because my brother has been talking all day long. He's been up since like 5 o'clock in the morning. He has been running rallies all weekend. This dude has been running his mouth and trying to get people boosted, and he's already won. He don't even have to do nearly as much as he's doing, but he's doing it. And I only say that because I see some of you say, man, I've been modding and on these live streams for like 15 hours. And I'm glad that you guys are so excited and supporting your favorite content creators. I got to say thank you to you all, especially for pulling up to the LFR family. I really appreciate it. I thoroughly appreciate it.
Does Biden ever do news conferences like this? How many news conferences, Peter, has he done like this?
Like this,
None.
0.
0. I knew it. I knew it. Listen, I realized I was speculating because I didn't have confirmation that Biden never did a sit down like this wherever the question comes from. Trump does not matter whether it's a man, woman, if they sound foreign or domestic. He don't care. He's going to answer their question, give them more information than they asked for. That's what I'm talking about. We finally have a president back in the chair. Do you understand me? We finally have a president back in the chair. We have been teaching people how to grow online. It's been absolutely amazing. We have 3 people who have been able to reach monetization in less than 30 days. Growing YouTube channels, some from 0 people. We have one guy who had 2 subscribers before he started working with me. He started helping him. His views went up 4.8 million%. We're super excited. If anybody ever want to grow on YouTube, you reach out to me with the word coach. Okay, let me just be quiet. I'll be fine, get in trouble.
And it would be 0 for the next infinity. For infinity, it would be 0.
Mr. President, can you please talk to President Musk going to help implement the executive orders? I think you mentioned
No. Elon, no. Elon is very busy sending rocket ships up to various places with lots of satellites on them.
Hit the like button, gang. You don't have to purchase the YouTube course. That's in the descriptions below, very first description. You ain't got to do none of that. Just hit the like button.
President Trump, there was a lot of concern about this during the campaign. A question that only works today. Are you a dictator on day 1?
No. I can't imagine even being called that. No, I believe in the sanctity of the vote. The Democrats didn't because they cheated like dogs, but I believe in the sanctity, and this was too big to rig. This last election was just too big to rig.
Facts.
No, really the opposite.
When do you plan to speak to President Putin?
Could be very soon.
Listen, I heard somebody say that someone asked Trump a rude question. Trump don't mind. He don't care. He want to answer all of the questions. All they're going to do is question how he plans on doing it. They're not business people. Oh, so you plan on getting 50% from TikTok? How you plan on doing that? You plan on stopping the war? How you plan on doing that? Just because Biden wasn't able to do it. No, it wasn't about Biden not being able to do it, although I don't believe that he was able to do it. I don't think he was capable of doing it. I don't think he wanted to do it. He wanted there to be war. You know what I mean? He was getting his money from somewhere else, under the table, from other countries. That's why he cleared everybody, his friends, families, that his friends and family that he thought would be arrested once Trump became the president. That's it. And also, I came across something that I want to share with you guys because I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. The fact that when you actually sign a pardon, you're actually confessing that you did. You're admitting guilt to whatever you're signing the pardon for. So the person that receives the pardon, if they accept the pardon, they are accepting that they are guilty of whatever they're accepting the pardon for. Yep, we'll talk about that a little later, though. All right, let's get back to it.
You said you plan to speak with President Putin soon. What about President Zelensky, and what's your message?
Yeah, I would, but he's told me he wants to make a deal. I mean, Zelensky wants to make a deal. I don't know if Putin does. He might not. I don't know. He should make a deal. I think he's destroying Russia by not making a deal. I think Russia's going to be in big trouble. You take a look at their economy. You take a look at the inflation in Russia. So I would hope. I got along with him great, and I would hope he wants to make a deal.
What are you signing now?
It's an executive order relating to reforms to the federal workforce, including to the senior executive service.
We're getting rid of all of the cancer I call it cancer, the cancer caused by the Biden administration.
How confident are you?
I like that. I like that.
The ceasefire in Gaza and conclude the three phases of the deal.
I'm not confident. That's not our war, it's their war, but
Apologize.
I'm not confident, but I think they're very weakened on the other side.
President Trump, you've seen the other living presidents a couple times in the last few months. If you ever had to call on one of them for advice about anything that's going on, which one would you call?
That's a great question. That must be Peter Doocy. That must be Peter Doocy. If you can call on any other president for some type of advice, which one would you call? He probably say Biden. I would like to ask Biden. I need some advice from Biden. If he say Biden, bro, I promise you, I would just fall out right now. I don't know. I just will fall out right now, like right away. I do want to say this, guys. I never thought that I would be in a position supporting Trump the way that I do. I was vehemently against Trump at one point, and I honestly didn't really have a reason why. I really didn't have a reason why. It was because of the stories that I was hearing from him about the Central Park Five, him going after the Central Park Five people, him not allowing Black people to live inside of his hotels. You know, the regular stories that's being sold all throughout Black culture through MSNBC or BSNBC or MSDNC, ABC, CBS. It's crazy that they are doing this. CNN, I thought CNN was fair at one point. I thought CNN was for independent thinkers. And then when I found out that they were also a product of the left, it pissed me off. It thoroughly pissed me off. So I started to do my research and listen to you all as well. And now we're here. This guy right here, I'm trying to tell you, whether you're a Democrat or not, you need to understand that this is impressive. This is an old ass man. No disrespect to his age, but come on. He's in his upper 70s. He's in the way he's moving, the way he's willing and dealing, the way he's breaking down how he's able to get a deal done to all of these reporters and not miss a step while he signs these executive orders late at night. And he's been working since early in the morning, and he's been working long hours for the last few months. For the last year, he has been working long hours, and he's still in tip-top shape. Bro, this blows my freaking mind. Bruh, it's undeniable. Look at his whole family. Everybody's thriving on a level that's crazy, and they all worked for theirs. They wasn't given nothing. They worked hard. I like that, man. I can do nothing but respect it.
It's interesting. Well, I thought Bill Clinton was a very good politician. I don't think he was used properly. I think they disrespected him. When Hillary was running,
I
he
did.
came back and he said, you better get up to Michigan and Wisconsin. You remember that, Peter?
Thank you,
house has a
everyone.
Trump sign on it. And they all laughed at him because the Republicans hadn't won Michigan or Wisconsin for decades, long time. And they all laughed at Bill Clinton. Like, the hell does he know? And he turned out to be right because I won both of them. And then we just won both in this election, too. We won Wisconsin and Michigan and every other swing state. We won all the swing states, all 7. They talked about 7 swing states. We won them all. But Bill Clinton he had a great political sense, I think.
So his answer, just to be clear, y'all heard his answer. If he can call on any other president for advice, any other president, dead or alive, his answer is Bill Clinton. Not Bush, not neither one of the Bushes, not Reagan, Bill Clinton. The first Black president. I mean, never mind. Nah, I don't want to get in trouble.
You looked like you were having a good conversation with President Obama at President
I
Carter's
was.
funeral.
And you'd like to know what it was? Oh. Everybody wants to know. I know, I wouldn't want to laugh, but we were having some crazy conversations. I was surprised that President Biden would go and pardon his whole family, because that makes him look very guilty. I could have pardoned my family. I could have pardoned myself, my family. And I said, if I do that, it's going to make me look very guilty. I don't think I'd be sitting here, frankly. If I did that, I don't think I'd be sitting here right now.
Facts. 1,000%. 1,000% facts, bro. 1000% facts. For real. I believe that 1000%, man.
Withdrawing from
What
the
is
WHO
this one?
withdrawing from the World Health Organization, sir.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Withdrawing from the World Health Organization. How do you guys feel about that one? Okay.
So we paid $500 million to World Health when I was here, and I terminated it. China with 1.4 billion people. We have 350 to pay. We have, nobody knows what we have because so many people came in illegally, but let's say we have 325. They had 1.4 billion. They were paying 39 million. We were paying 500 million.
Holy crap.
Seemed a little unfair to me.
Oh, now I understand. What in the world? They was graping us. I said grape. They were graping us, man. What in the heck? They must think we some fools, bro. How are we agreeing to that?
So that wasn't the reason, but I dropped out. They offered me to come back for 39 million. In theory, it should be less than that, but you know. And when Biden came back, they came back for 500 million. He knew that you could have come back for 39 million. They wanted us back so badly. So we'll see what happens.
Here's my problem with the left. The left has been saying, and they constantly say, that Trump is ignorant, that Trump is stupid. He's a big baby. Like he just whine, don't have a plan, and he just uses his money to get everything he wants. From what I'm hearing, based off of the conversations he's having while signing these executive orders, he's very well knowledgeable of every topic that they throw at him. I haven't heard him discuss one topic yet that it leads me to believe that he need somebody speaking in his ear, or he need a teleprompter to answer the question, or he's going to dodge the question with when I was growing up, I came up in a middle-aged family. Like he don't have one of those. I don't see him doing that. This dude is sharp. That's all I'm saying. He's sharp. If he's not, call me out. Call me out on my sugar honey iced tea. But I think he's sharp.
Back to the World Health Organization, you were the president during COVID. Don't you see the importance of organization like that to coordinate a global response?
Sure, I do, but not when you're being ripped off like we are by the World Health. World Health ripped us off. Everybody rips off the United States, and that's it. It's not going to happen anymore. Thank you very much, everybody.
All right, guys, let's go.
One last one, sir. This is your Martin Luther
Thank you,
King
guys.
Day proclamation.
Thank you, sir.
That was impressive. I have to say, that was impressive. I just in my opinion, the brother sat there and signed all those executive orders. He explained in detail how he planned on getting things done. He answered every single question that came his way. He didn't duck and dodge one. Not all the question was nice questions. They all seemed like they wanted to be taught something, but he gave them a brief example of how he planned on getting things done, and they were fine with it. There was no follow-ups like you didn't answer my question. None of that. It wasn't none of that. There wasn't one gotcha moment. Bro, how in the hell is he surrounded by Karine Jean-Pierre? This is what she does for a living. This is all she do for a living, is stand in front of reporters and ask questions. Not even she can do this. Karine Jean-Pierre had to lie her ass off for 4 years in front of the press. That's all she had to cover up Biden and Kamala's bull sugar honey iced tea for 4 years. She got gotcha moment after gotcha. People was just destroying her. Peter Ducey was one of them. This dude just went through everything, and there was not a problem. Not one problem. He mixed in his personality. He was still cool, calm, and collected while doing it. That dude's a man. That's a man, bro. Sis, that's a man, man. Anybody can. That's what we need in office. That's what we need in office.